morning, everyone. I would like to thank Liam O'Sullivan, the Executive Director of Care Alliance Ireland, for the invitation to address you today. I'm delighted to mark this Carer Aware webinar with a personal video message. From the outset, I want to acknowledge the important role that family carers play in society. As Minister, I remain fully committed in supporting you. The last number of years have been particularly challenging for our carers. For many, the pandemic led to increased isolation and fatigue. Your resilience and dedication to the role you play was nothing short of extraordinary. In responding to the COVID-19 crisis, my department made special provisions for those, including carers, who were most negatively affected at the time. People on carers' allowance who lost their job due to the pandemic could keep their payment and get the pandemic unemployment payment. I increased the carers support grant by €150 to €1,850, the highest amount since its introduction. Despite increased claim volumes, there have been substantial improvements over the past 2 years in reducing the time taken to decide claims. The average time to award the allowance was 4 weeks in 2021 compared to 14 weeks in 2019. As we emerge from the pandemic, we look forward to continuing to support our carers. In this regard, my department has utilised the Dormant Accounts funds for a number of years to support projects for family carers seeking to return to paid employment. I was delighted last October to award additional funding of over €180,000 to Care Alliance to build on the innovative work they are doing. The aim of today's webinar is to promote awareness among employers about the benefits of recruiting family carers as employees. Carers the length and breadth of the country are dealing compassionately with people who often have complex needs. I can say to any employer that having such a hard-working, resilient individual can only be an addition to your workforce. As you know, my department also provides very important income supports to carers. These include Carers Allowance, Carers Benefit, Domiciliary Care Allowance and the Carers Support Grant. In 2020, the number of hours a carer could engage in employment, education or training was increased from 15 to 18.5 hours. As part of Budget 2022, I announced measures which will allow carers to have a higher weekly household income and a higher level of savings and still qualify for a carers allowance payment. From June, the income disregard in the means test for carers allowance will increase from €332.50 to €350 for a single person and from €665 to €750 for a couple. The amount of capital disregard in the means test will be increased from €20,000 to €50,000, and I believe these changes will facilitate more carers who want to work if they are in a position to do so. Since my appointment, I have witnessed a strong relationship between the department and the carer organisations, and personally I found this to be very positive and mutually beneficial connection, and events like this are part of that ongoing dialogue. I am confident that you will have an informative and productive morning. Go raibh míle maith agaibh.